Greetings and good day, YouTube. How are you doing today? I myself am pretty excited to continue where we last left off in our Kingdom build. And I have a show-off day today, basically, is what today is. Because as you saw earlier, I was working on it for quite a bit. And I do believe I need to make sure and go through with the fine-tooth comb type of a thing to make sure. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to finish stuff up, make sure. But I do believe the Kingdom is done. Now, you might notice that, right? You might notice my time also doing a little bit of a weird, wonky little, like, up-down with the time. And you might notice the FPS be a little bit slow. Now, my character seems to be able to move fine, right? But, like, things are not moving as... like, they're not flowing. You'll see why in a moment. Now, mind you, we're gonna step through like normal. Also, get rid of all this. We don't need that right now. You'll understand what I have that for in a moment. Anyways, we're gonna go through as if we would be like, hey, we just showed up. We are new to the kingdom. Where are we at? What are we doing? Type of a thing, right? So, you would stop off at one of the docks, come along, nice little, like, mangrove forest area, right? This, I think I'm going to leave like it is. For the most part. No. I'm going to make it at least look like it's got some sort of connectivity. It does, but at least now it looks better in my mind. So we've got the sugarcane. I got to stay on the floor. We got a sugarcane farm to my right. There's multiple different paths that will lead to the cartography's location. Which, as I'm looking at it, I realize that we might need a little bit of lighting over here. Something like this, maybe. Something like that, just for lighting on the, yeah, I like that better. I like that better. So, the cartographer's homes... or homestead looks like this. You got all the cartography workplaces. They like birds, I'm noticing, because I keep finding birds in these houses. Anyways, first floor is the work area, second floor is the sleep area. It's got a nice view of the sky for a couple of people, not for everybody. We got some candle lighting just because. I think the candles might be affecting the FPS a little bit as well. But I have a lot of things spawned in that can't despawn. Anyways, we've got some issue over here I do have to show off. I don't know what happened over here, but like all the mangrove trees like got destroyed for some reason. Like this is how they looked when they spawned in. So I was like, you know what? As much as I want to, I'll get rid of that, the floating stuff. As much as I want to, like, make it look good and replant them, I think I'm going to leave it like this because I like the idea of, like, for whatever reason, the trees have remained like this over here. Anyway, the homestead of the Fisher individuals looks like this. Again, very bland, right? But... I like the look of it, and I'm going to keep that. I also like how the copper has started to oxidize the way that it has. It does make it feel more lived in. Also, I don't know how you would set this up, but there's probably a way to do it. There's probably mods you can add and stuff like that, but I would like... I know there's a mod that adds tools that could allow you to make like an adventure type quest mode thing. And one of the things that I would want to put here is I would want to put in the castle a individual who could give out radiant quests, and one of the radiant quests would be like clean up a certain number of the copper things. I don't know how you would do that, but there would have to be some sort of way, I think. Anyways, I'm letting the vine grow the rest of the way, but this is supposed to be like a wet, damp area that was dug into. So it's supposed to signify that because we dug into it, it allowed the growth of those vines. At least that's my process of thought. We've got the rooftops are mud bricks with brown carpet as the covering for the lantern. The dock, also that bird, but the dock wraps all the way around like so, and it is supposed to be like the throughway. So this is Dock City in all of its glory, basically, at this point. Yeah, the lighting's a little bit wonky here and there, but that's okay. Before I continue and show off the mine, or what used to be classified as the mine. Oh, also we have a little fence type thing. I'm going to stop right here and pause it. I also need to light this area up because we're getting enemy spawns. So that's something that I'm like, that's one of the reasons why I'm walking around like this, to see where the things are spawning in at that I need to be careful for. I will be back momentarily. Alright. I've returned to continue to show off the build so far. So we need lighting over here. I'll do that in a moment. So what are we looking for? We're looking for a... So anyways, before I get too into it, like I said earlier, greetings and good day, YouTube. How are you doing today? I myself pretty excited to continue where we last left off, yada yada yada. If you're new here and you haven't already, and you managed to stick around for even after when I stepped away for a moment, then consider the following. Consider becoming a citizen of the kingdom today via subscribing to the channel, as well as my main, if you like watching on YouTube. Well, you would be watching on YouTube at this point. I'm still getting used to how I'm going to do my opening, let's say. Also, I don't like that, so I'm going to take these down and put the... this. I'm going to put this right here. One here. That should be good for spawns. Okay. I think we'll leave the lighting like that. Yeah, that's fine. Anyways. Links in the description below and all that. I'll get started with talking about topics that I want to discuss in a moment. I will say one of the things I'm going to start doing again is I'm going to start getting back into... I don't know if I could actually continue that, but I'm going to start getting back into watching Star Wars, The Clone Wars, because I need to do that. But here is the mine. It is an aquarium now. What do we think? What do we think? This is why everything's running a bit slow, right? If I went to options and I went to video settings and I went to fast, right? They still kind of don't really move how they're supposed to. But it's hard. It was hard to get this the way that I wanted to get this, if I'm being honest. Alright? But I really like it. So we have a whole indoor aquarium with 2 floors where you can see aquatic life both above and below the surface. That's glass, by the way. That's one of the cool things about glass in this game. If you have a multi-layered thing, you only see the one layer. You don't see the multi-layers, right? At least until you look at it from the right angle. But we got a bunch of different turtles, some frogs. There should be some dolphins in there, but they probably killed themselves because dolphins are really good for that. There's a little bit of a waterfall looking thing going on. I tested it and they don't, like, no fish actually swim up into it. Turtles, I had to put that, like, that line of grass around because all the turtles would do would try and get out. They're trying to get out, right? Can't have that though. Now, really fast, just to show something off that I did. This is like off the record type stuff I would classify it as. But we've got jellyfish, we've got turtles, we've got, hey, that's a dolphin. We've got a bunch of different types of fish. A lot of them have, like, they're modded, like the muskies and stuff like that, right there. I don't see any. Oh, there's a regular squid. I had, like, a bunch of regular squid, a bunch, like, more than what you see I had for sure, and they all were named. I think the pufferfish have been killing things, so every time I see a pufferfish, I've been killing it. Like right there, this bastard. But yeah, if I see a pufferfish, I take it out immediately because I've been noticing that those pufferfish have been blowing up. And I, like, when I was working on this, I heard like a something taking damage type sound, and I was like, what is, like, that right there, that fish that we just picked up? It's a blackfish. What killed it? Oh, okay. That's why we're doing this right here. That's why we're doing this. Right? We're doing this in order to see stuff like that and then go, oh, we need to fix that. Yeah, that should be better, for sure. I was like, why is there stuff underneath here that seems like it's stuck? Well, that might have to do with the fact that I think it actually is stuck, technically. Alright. So, another little, like, behind-the-scenes type thing that I wanted to show off. This is where I was going to... Also, those two turtles are, like, the only two turtles that I've seen. So, like, that is the general idea there. Right? To keep, like... This can only be accessed from the inside, though, right? But the main thing for that is, it is meant for spawning stuff in, right? So I don't have, like, if I'm going to name stuff, I want to have the proper name, I want to name the thing, and I want to move on there. I also put one of these salmon should have the name Lucky. I named a bunch of the fish because it was like all the fish that I put in there recently, which was basically a couple hours before stream. Oh, we just saw something die. Why did the dolphin die? Huh. There we go, there's Lucky. I put Lucky in the aquarium. Anyways, that right there is the entirety of the aquarium. Something I just thought would be cool to have in here. Like a little like, just a little thing, you know? Little fun time. After we get done with this explanation or this show off, I'll say, I'll talk about the games that I've been playing outside of this one, the games I plan to play in the future, and all that. But yeah, this took quite a while to build, because everything that you see, there was only a couple places that were taken out, like dug out with gravel. So I did a lot of tapping to make it go faster. Anyways, after you're done with Dock City, or the aquarium, or whatever you've come to observe, you would come up here through the stairs, right? Now, the idea behind this section is that you would definitely have somebody up here overlooking this, and this would be closed. right? Like, I'll show off how it's supposed to be beforehand, right? So, you would come up, and then they would be like, they would mark you, whatever, they would get you ready to go. And then, they'd open up the gate. We'll keep it closed for now because we don't need it. I kind of like it being closed. And then you would enter into the kingdom, right? Which is this is one of the first things you're going to see. One of the first looks of the kingdom. I really like how the tree looks. I could make some adjustments now, but I'm going to leave it as is. I forgot to finish the lighting, so we'll do that, I think. I could leave the lanterns where they're at, but I don't like them on the floor, so I'm going to make those adjustments, but that'll be later. Anyways, so let's do a round, and let's start with the first turn. Let's just follow the path and see how everything looks. So you'd come in, you would turn right. We would have a bunch of bars along this side. No housing over there, unfortunately, because I couldn't think of anything to put over there. That would make sense to me, in all honesty. The housing of the potions makers, aka the pot shop, is over yonder. The work area. Also birds. So many birds. Man, they like birds in this place. I'll do that instead. I guess like a bench or something to sit on. We could classify that as, because technically these are stairs as well as people can treat them like seats. I don't, whatever. I think that looks better than leaving it flat like it was, personally. Anyways, these would normally be closed. Also, look at how slow they're moving. Oh, this place kind of sucks for movement. I made this area a bit different than what I originally intended. I made it a more obvious little, like, hey, this is an entrance into the wall. We're not going to go through the wall yet. We're actually going to go through the wall last. That's the last thing we're going to do. We need to go above the wall, like we need to go along the wall as well. So we need to do an internal look and then an external loop as well.
You're one step closer to your first bite.
So yeah, they're keeping the cow there. Makes sense because they're potion makers, so they have a nice source of milk. The Colosseum I finished. I actually used half blocks instead of anything else because nothing can spawn on half blocks, right? So this area is dark for a reason. It's supposed to be dark. There's only one area you can see light from, and that's over here. We'll get to that in a moment, or later actually. The loop we're gonna make is gonna go, like, we're not gonna go into the castle yet. That's gonna be one of the last things that we do. Anyways, so we have a little bit of lighting to work on still, to an extent, I think. Then again, this area looks really good without, and I can't really do the lantern stuff. Ah, okay. This we're just gonna do a little.
Doesn't that sound nice?
Can your new car have a 12-inch LED display and swivel captain chairs?
Yeah.
Ask Mom.
Yeah, that's better. And then I'll do that just to make it look thematic. Anyways, so I like it. Could use copper for the stairs in all honesty, but I'm going to keep it like it is because these are the original, like, this is the first set of stairs that I placed down basically. And this is the woodworking location, the forestry location. It looks good, I think, personally, right? I think it looks better when you're traveling at night through here. Again, one of the main reasons why we go through and do this on foot like this is to make sure we're not missing anything like that. Alright? And some individuals might look at this and, like, That's something that I'll... What the fuck do you mean? That's got to be from Enderman. That's got to be from Enderman. If I miss anything like that, that'll be frustrating. But anyways, I'm like keeping my eyes open for anything that I see that's messed up like that. A creeper blew up. I think. Unless Endermen are just ripping from the grass blocks. Endermen, I don't know if they can pick up grass blocks, though. Or not grass blocks, this. What are these called? Leaf blocks. So yeah, as you can see, we are getting natural oxidization, which I kind of like. Some of this area is not oxidizing due to the fact that I wasn't around for it to be spawned in, basically, and start to oxidize. So some areas would take longer to oxidize than others, of course. It is a bit of a shame how that, mind you, this jump strat is not something that you would, like, normally do for traversal, so it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, I'm really liking how it's come out, in all honesty. Especially what I did with the bamboo forest. Also, I love the little line of birds that are just chilling. Those birds have not moved from that spot, by the way. This feels cool. Going through this feels cool to me. Basically, when I'm done with the little overview, the inspection, when I'm done with the inspection, well, I'll step away for a few moments. I just got a backsplash of tea in my face. Nice. I'll step away for a minute to get my food after the inspection, and then we'll be like, all right, what do we need to do? Well, right off the rip, only thing we need to do is place down lighting in a more systematic way in a earlier location. I'm gonna be honest, I thought about it. I think the quarry is gonna, like, I changed some things on the quarry to make it feel a little bit more thematic, I'll be honest, but I'm not gonna do much else than what I've already done. And this is what I've done. I made an area where, like, yeah, you can step off and stop off at these platforms, but if you want to go to the main quarry, you're gonna have to go through a checkpoint, basically. And the idea is, I've already talked about it, that's like a key, so it's locked. So nothing can really get up there in an easy way without breaking into the blocks. And this is kind of a similar type situation. What did I do? Ah, whatever. I accidentally destroyed that. That's fine. Give me that to do that. Yeah, the quarry is going to remain the same. That's basically like a fuck around with it at any point in time later down the line. We've got the smelter over here, which I've gotten done what I wanted to have done, so that's awesome. Let's show off the bees later. They're not really pertinent right now. But yeah, the stoneworkers I never talked about. That's what I miss them. In my head I'm going, something's wrong. I didn't talk about a certain group of people. I haven't talked about the stoneworkers yet. I changed how their work spots look. Instead of being in a line, I made it to where, like, the work spots are similar to how the housing is. 4 beds per house, and there's 6 houses, so you do the math of how many different stoneworkers we have. I think we might have got some despawns. I'm doing the math right now. Doesn't really matter, if I'm being honest. But yeah, we've got the stoneworkers there. After we go back through here, we go over here and we take a look at, we got the bunny rabbits over here. They can only jump too high. These can only jump too high as well, but I don't trust them, so I put glass over top of them so they don't get out, because the last time I did put foxes in this, and it was a too high fence, they still got out somehow, and they killed all my fucking chickens. Oh, no, they killed all my rabbits. That's what it was that pissed me off. So we got the rabbits there, we got some sheep over here, and the shepherds, which have a waterproof thing. Also, I forgot to do this. So now we're good there. Yeah, sure. Anyways, housing and the living area or the work area of the shepherds, and the housing of said shepherds. Right? Very simplistic, just boom and done. The lighting goes over, yeah, here, and it's using the lanterns on the building itself, like we did with that other location. The farmstead, which I put a second high fence over here, just because of the fact that they can use the pumpkins to jump out otherwise. The little bit of farmland right here, which as you can see over time has been being screwed up for one reason or another. I can tell you exactly why the areas that are screwed up got screwed up. This pumpkin right here, growing the way that it is, makes it to where whenever a villager comes by, they jump up and then they jump down. And that's one of the areas they jump down at. Or the Iron Golem did that. Regardless, I'm going to leave it as is. It's their farm. They can deal with it however they please. The house, the farmhouse, which has no workstations down here, and the beds are all up here, is linked to the leather tannery. Right? The leather tannery, which I need to add windows. That's what I need to do. The leather tannery looks like so. They don't have any water in there, so they're and this is the living area, or the sleep area, I should say. This is one of my favorite areas of sleep in this game so far that I made. Like the glass and all that. We got the fireplace over here, which I could definitely probably make look better, but I like it. I like how it actually looks like a burning fireplace right here. It's got smoke going over there, which also has smoke going over here. Love it. Now, we have the basketball court. This was a creation that came into existence because of no other reason than my brain said, you know what, I'm going to make a basketball court. And it works. Right? But it's a little wonky. But it's still a basketball court. This area right here that I added, right? I took out the old tree that was out that I said I didn't want to, and I put that here because it actually both looks better as well as has a reason that it's here. The Cooks and the Fletchers exist in this area, primarily because I was thinking about, I'm like, you know what? It makes sense. They would just get a whole ass chicken, come along, like the same with the cows. If they're getting the cows, they can just bring the cow, like, to the leather workers. I don't have any polar bears. I wonder if the polar bears will fuck anything up in there. Anyways. I wonder if that frog's just going to stay up there because it got itself up there and just won't jump down now because it's too high. Like, if it jumps, it'll take damage. So it's going to be stuck up there forever. Oh, that's right! I can finally get rid of this area. Nice. There we go. Alright, so the farm area, as you've seen plenty of times before. The farmhouses, the leather workers, the basketball court, which I really like. The little shed, right? The shed that leads to the Glowberry farm. Which I'm leaving this like it is because it is what it is. How far down does it go? Pretty far down. We're still waiting to see how far farther it goes, but I gotta show, this is behind the scenes, which I'll never normally do this, but in the future, if I need glowberries, I can just press the button. Everything that will fall down here, get pushed over to here, go through this hopper system. If you hear that clicking is a setup that you can actually do to constantly activate a hopper, basically. Or not a hopper, a dispenser. And this is my favorite part about it. The whole system actually works because in a few moments, we'll start being able to collect glowberries. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? I just got an idea, and it might not be a good one, but I'm curious about something. Because if we can do it properly, we can put a hopper. Wait. Also, I love how it's coming out one by one because of how the dispenser works. That's fucking funny. Hopper. Chest. Not trapped. Just regular. I can go down one more level if I need to. Doesn't look like it's not. Alright. Or I can go over one more. Well, I'm glad that we're not gonna have to worry about that. And then we would put a hell yeah. Okay, now yes! Let's go! Okay. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm excited. We need a trapdoor. We need a trapdoor that is you. Hell yeah. Okay. Oh, no. Whoops. Hell yeah. So... that's a little funny. Now let's test it the way that it's supposed to work, as intended, right? Test the as intended section to see if it screwed up or still works. We'll just ignore that for a few moments and we'll be good to go, and then we can get out of this little area and continue on with the showpiece, basically the showing off section, right? Because this is important to me. Oh. Okay. Whoops, whoops, whoops. So it works, as intended. That's kind of funny to me that it does that. Yeah, okay, perfect. Perfect. I love how you can do that and it will shut it on you too. It'll shut the damn... I like that. Right? It makes sense. Mind you, it will do that. Technically, it... whatever, it doesn't matter. Anyways. I showed that... Did I show off the housing? No, I didn't. My bad. Because we have the work areas, but here's what their living area looks like. The Fletchers get a bit more space, hilariously enough, and they get a bit... Wait. 6? Was there 7 there? No, there's not. I could put one right here if I wanted to, but nah. They have a little bit more room, technically. But I thought it was funnier to put them in, because when I first put the beds down like this, I thought, they're like sardines, and they're supposed to be the cooks. Not, I think it's an intermixing of Fletchers and cooks. Not that is an issue, but thematically I kind of like it if they were in their separate quarters, basically. Anyways, the Coliseum I showed off. We'll show how to get in there in a moment. We're almost done with the initial circle. The library, which I've not touched since last I dealt with what I needed to deal with, right? We've got the librarians right here, and the special books behind them, in quotation mark special. And then we got the living quarters for the librarians. Which I could use lanterns now instead of the torches, but I think I'll leave it as is just because I'm lazy and thematically for the library, I just like this more. I like the idea of torchlight being the thing that is focused on. Also, I decided to put a door here to make it like a locked room, because it's the enchanting room. You know, it's kind of important that that stays under wraps. Alright, yeah, that's the living quarters and the work areas of the librarians. They also have a window up top, but I don't think I, like, maybe could put a window over here. But I don't know if that works. Something like that. It would be the same exact type of glass I would use too for both. But it does kind of make sense to have some more windows. I like it. Oh, I know what I could do for the pot shop. For the windows. I'll worry about that later, though. Anyways, the Christmas tree, the warehouse, which I've not done anything with. Right? I've not really done anything with it. I need to get rid of these boxes, say screw it, and just drop them. Because I could just bring back all the bullshit that, like, none of this is really... Like, keeping some of the name stuff, yeah, but a lot of these books, I can just spawn them in and enchant my stuff. It's hard for me to touch anything. I think I might just leave it as is for the time being. Just to be like a, hey, oh yeah, I lost my elytra, that's right. I should have a spare somewhere, but I just don't give a shit right now. Anyways, what happened to those other item frames? Well, that's kind of weird. I had thought I was going to, like, I'd fill in all this area with my, like, just spawn them in and put stuff in there that way, but I said, nah, I ain't doing that. That's just too much. Too much. These were here to look like presents at the Christmas tree, so I'm just gonna fix that. Make that look a little bit more how it should normally look. Anyways, that's the warehouse. Simple, easy. Here is the smithy area. The Fletchers are not over here, so you might think they should be. They could be, primarily because of this building right here, and I thought about putting Fletchers down, right? But then I was like, you know what? Nah. Okay, there we go. I was like, where's the music? So we got some blue candle lights over here. We got a couple of the smithy work areas over here just to show them off. Kind of a situation. I added anvils just because, even though that's not a work location, it doesn't make sense for there not to be anvils. And the way that I have it set up is, no matter what, the toolsmith or the smelter dude has access to the blacksmith. And afterwards, you have access to the grinder, right? Like, it just... in my mind, it made sense for it to be like this way, because you would smelt the metal into ingots, use the ingots on the anvil, use the anvil ingots at the smithy, and then finish up by doing that. Like, that's how it works in my head, or how I would do it anyways. These individuals have a both living area as well as a work area. And as you can see, there's only like one unemployed person right there. So everybody else has a job. We'll leave that person in here just to chill. Fun fact, I think if you use a spawn... Oh, I never got rid of this area. I said I was going to. That's not that difficult to do. We can do that later. Let's continue showing off. We're not going to go up to the castle yet, but we are going to take the initial path and then go down. And there is a reason that I put the stuff the way that I did over here. The lighting is a little bit darker over here, but it still works where it's not going to spawn anything in. This area is locked just to be like the idea, the thematic idea is that it's open and able to be worked right now, right? And that would basically turn it off, right? Or at least... like that, just I don't know why it's like that, but like a piston system is what I was thinking when I put it in. Also, that looks better now. Might as well say screw it and do something like that. Normally I would bash this wall. Forgot to do that. That's basically what I've been doing for quite a bit. There we go. Oh, I forgot about those plants. Eh, not a big deal. All right. Now I feel better having that blocked off the way that I do. It doesn't look out of... Wait. Okay, good. I was like, wait, is the top also like that? No, we're good. So that is the magma spawning location. Oh, I never finished the, this floor area. Okay. See, again, exactly why we're doing this, to make sure we don't miss anything like this. I love how there's just like frog guardians on the lampposts. For some fun reason, they don't despawn. Ah, I forgot about working on a gate for this area. I might just... I'm like 50% away from saying fuck it. And just closing off the tunnel. If I'm being honest. Because a combination of can't really think of anything as well as like... Nah. You know what I mean? Like, we don't really need that gate. It'd be nice, but I haven't had a need to use it yet. You know what I mean? And as a result of that, what I think we're going to do is we're going to cover this up at the very least. Right? So, it's not that, like, obvious that there's something there. And now, we will block this off. And I think I'm okay with that. Maybe we'll make it like a project for expansion type thing. Leave stuff like this to make it like, hey, we intended to go this way, but never did. I like the idea of it going down like this and then being just abruptly cut off. I like that. I kind of like this idea. And I'm going to leave the skeleton there to be like dead end. Hey Jack, how you doing? Been here for a minute. Anyways. Showed off that, the warehouse. Next up would be to go actually, like, back. No, actually. We haven't shown off this. That's not an official area right there. That's just like a little mine thing that I blocked off. But the official area that we haven't shown was this area, which is where we get led to the Coliseum properly. I'm gonna use lanterns here because at this point in time, you hear pillagers murmuring and stuff like that. Well, I made a spawn room. witches, pillagers, vindicators, and the like will spawn here, right? And they will continue to spawn as long as you chill here for a moment. After you chill here for a moment, you would... I don't know if they would despawn at this point, but after you chill there, you would follow this path right here, right? To this location where you would pop out, and after you waited for a few moments, they would start to fall in and spawn in, right? Now, downside, because it's not two, they kind of are a little off. Also, the way that I did these is a bit weird too, but it kind of locks them in a bit. Anyways, you would chill here for a moment, they would spawn in, and after they spawn in, you would be able to come out and then fight them. And I made like a little area over here, so from a distance you could... I need to make more, I think, a little bit more. Well, hello, bot. And then goodbye, bot. So, the reason for the 3, right? Well, the reason I'm doing this is because this is a half block right here, so you need to place down a half block right away, or rip up this half block and place down another one of these, but I kind of like using half blocks, because the only place that I think something could potentially spawn at would be on these blocks right here. But I have not seen anything spawn there yet. Also, the Coliseum is set up, and I've designed it to where you cannot... Oh, you can get out. Never mind. Never mind. I thought you couldn't get out doing that, jumping like that, because it was a half block high. We would need to place down another thing. The idea was that if you fell in, you'd have to come all the way around to come out. But I kind of am okay with it, because... Not always, but there might be a time someone fucks up, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, there's a way to get back in, right? There's a button? Yeah, there's a button. I was concerned that there wouldn't be a way to get back into the main foray, and I'd have to break the glass and then replace it down. But yeah, that's the setup that I'm going for right now. It might not be the most efficient or the best way to do it, but it is the way that works for the way that I wanted it to look, if that makes any sense. Anyways, that in its entirety is like the ground area, the ground floor, if you will, of the kingdom, right? Yeah. I was double checking in my head to make sure. Oh, the farm! I never showed off the farm or the bee apiary. Okay, let's go. I think it's called that. Anyways, as we've seen plenty of times before, I haven't changed it. I added lightings. We got the bee location. Nothing can be harmed in here. So we got a lot of... The bees aren't coming out because they don't have to. That, and it's not the time that they normally pop out at. But yeah, the bees there. And then we have the farm. Which, again, nothing has changed with the farm. It still looks the same that it did, right? Except I finished the glass dome. Which, hilariously enough, this entire building should be glass now that I think about it, but what's done is done. And the woodwork location, like the woodworking location over here, you've seen before. And some lighting needs to be done over there, but I'll worry about that later. The farm we showed, the bee thing we showed, the sheep farm location. All right. Now I think we're good to go up here and show off why, another reason why things are moving as slow as they are, the people at least. I did a thing where, to try and make it where the guards would stay, I put down work locations. So they should stay nearby, and so far they seemingly have stayed nearby. Right? That, and I also like this idea of, like, it would make sense that they would have jobs. So I kind of combined my ideas of, like, having workers in the castle. I also spawned a bunch of regular people in the castle in order to just have it feel like it's a lived-in location. But yeah, one of the reasons why it's running so slow is because of how many people I still have running around. And mind you, I got rid of a bunch because I just went kind of spawn crazy. But yeah, I tried to make it look a bit decent. But yeah, this whole area, as you can see, there's really like no beds and stuff like that. This area should be one of the areas with a couple of beds, but I decided against that. Because at the end of the day, the housing in the castle doesn't really need to exist. And the reason it doesn't really need to exist is because technically the housing of the people in the castle should be our house. This is where the beds will go. Screw it. This will be the beds will go. That will make me feel better. An area that's kind of like shoddily thrown together. I forgot about this area, in all honesty. That's why I'm doing this. I forgot this area existed. Alright, I need you all to move. Yeah, it pisses him off. I do not care. Anyways, this is one of the other reasons why I go through the fine-tooth comb and, like, look at areas and be like, alright, what do we got going on here? And yes, I am doing this on purpose because, for whatever reason, I kind of like the reverse pattern in my head. I do not know how many beds we need, but I do know we're going to be having a bunch that I'm going to put down. So how many is that? $17. So 17 times 3 is 50, 51? Yeah, because 30 plus 21. You're doing that shit on purpose? Don't think I won't smack you. Don't think I won't smack you to fall to the floor below you either. Alright. So 51. One more row, I think. Should be good. All right. I like it. But yeah, the castle, I decided against putting workstations everywhere. And I'm kind of leaving it up to whoever, like... It sucks that people are getting stuck back here. I think it might be because I spawned them a weird way, but whatever. Not really made any differences. It's more of a, hey, if you want, you could make your own alterations and designs. I did do, like, one thing back here. Over here, I added, like, chefs and stuff like that, basically, in order to try to make it feel thematic, for it to make more sense. I also kind of think it's hilarious that, like, there's not a lot of spot for windows here. Also, I almost forgot to check the rest of the castle, show that off. Oh yeah, that's right. I did this. I forgot about that. I made a wall, so it's harder to fall off. Not impossible. Harder. Obviously not impossible, because look at Jesus. What the hell is this? A party? What are we doing? What are we doing, guys? I will admit there were not nearly as many people up here as there are right now. Like, I think I put 4 or 5 up here. Whatever, you want to chill up here, be my guest. The other area we can do is after we... I'm not going to walk down the stairs again. I'm going to go down here and I'm going to come... Okay. I'm going to come out here and I'm going to look and see. Nobody... Oh, yeah, no, this... Like, this is what I did with the spawns out here. This hasn't changed. You know what it is? I just realized what it was. I spawned a bunch over here, like 4 or 5, 4 or 5, 4 or 5, 4 or 5. Basically, everybody in this area, like, that you see there's no people over here, there should be. They're not, they walked in and then walked up instead of down. That's funny. Anyways, there's really nothing much up here besides what I've already showed off. Looks like there is no way to get up there, so that's good for us. And no way to get down either, so again, good for us. But yeah, basically, this is to give you an idea of what the castle is kind of supposed to look like. Like, these would be guards up here instead. Like the iron guard, like that, and the wall would be similar. I'm not going to put down more people on the wall. I was going to, but as you can see them walking like they are, makes me go, nah, we're good. Anyways, we're gonna continue with what we were doing, because if anything were to go wrong and the king needed to bounce really quickly, they could just do this. Jump up here. Bada bing, bada boom. You now have the connection to the castle wall right here, which is also supposed to be a base of operations, basically. Right? Like, this is going to be where all the guards would reside.
You know what's smart? Eating
Endermen have been in here,
Meat Factor,
which is annoying as fuck.
delivered with a tap, ready in just 2 minutes. Now you can have dinner on autopilot or lunch without lifting a finger. And since it's dietitian approved,
4, 8, 9, 10, 11.
None of the guilt. Isn't it about time mealtime got smarter? Upgrade your plate, refresh your routine, eat smart with Factor. Learn more at factormeals.com.
11. And to get them to kind of stay here, whoops. So they should stay around this location now as a result of being worked at here and bed at here. We'll keep that as is. If some of them move farther around, I don't really care too much. But yeah, this is how you get into the wall. It doesn't matter which way we go because we're going to have to loop around anyway, so I might as well use my flight abilities. Yeah, it just looks like that they spawned in. Or not spawned in, but the Enderman didn't spawn in here. You would go through... We've already been through the wall. The most important part is back over there, but I'm going to, once again, check to make sure everything is what I want it to be. Because we did come out here and check that area, and that's good. Another fucking block from an Enderman. Love to see it. Love to see it. Three. That's 3 Endermen. 4 or 5. For a minute, I thought there was a hole. I didn't realize the sheep could fucking peek their head out and say, "Hey, how you doing?" I love how quickly we, like, how high we get in this wall. I love that. So yeah, that's a little bit of a look of what we got going on there. Now let's make another half loop and get to where we would go above the wall and walk along that to make sure everything's good. And then that will be that for the show-off, I believe. Right? No, it won't be, actually. We got one more thing to show off at the castle. Let me check really quickly over here to make sure everything's good. Crazy. Oh, I watched that tournament, the Fortnite Festival tournament thing. That was awesome. Like, I definitely do hope more comes of it, and they do like official Fortnite Festival tournaments and shit like that, because that was hype, and that was just a fucking thrown together thing, basically. And I'm over here, like, edging my seat. I'm not even a player of that, but holy shit. The fucking back and forth with some of the scoring and shit that they were doing. Perfects. The consistency and the perfects. Wow. Like, just wow. Overall. Last and a half. Anyways. Here's the thing. That's the weakest point right here. Right? But again, not that big of an issue, because if there's something on the wall, village, like, guards would be able to see something. Anyways. The reason that we're not done with the show-off yet, which I know we're not... Ooh. Whoops. I mean, we don't need it up here, obviously, but... if it's there, I might as well slap it down, you know? That's right, I didn't finish the lighting over here, and I needed to make a door. Forgot to do that. Also stairs. See, little things like this I forgot. Things that are like small, tiny little addendum type things. Boom. Simple as that. And then that's more area done. Something else I forgot to do, apparently. And then it cuts off, and I like that it cuts off the way that it does. Anyways, this is like, hey, we'll deal with that in a minute. This area I'm proud of. And the reason I'm proud of this area is because this is the dungeon. Which normally would have people in here with this area blocked off, right? Like this. So if you wanted to get into the dungeon, you would have to have people behind there to open it up for you, is the idea, right? Obsidian will not... It'll be pistoned, but it won't be pulled back. So in order for it to work properly, you'd have to have some weird setup in order to push the obsidian back and forth. But yeah, the prison works with an out-in type way. So to come in, you would like open this door, and you would have people on the outside stay on the outside that would close it behind you. There is no way to open that, and there shouldn't be a way to open that from the other side. But this is what the prisons look like. Each cell, it's got a shithole, 2 beds, basically bunk beds. That's a jail right there. Boom.
Order for Jennifer C.
Is this my double shot, double cream, double froth, double pump, double hot, double whip, double sleeve?
Yeah. Can you handle that much caffeine?
Hey, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Well, I do now.
Seriously, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, you just said that.
Did you say I just said that?
Yeah, I'm cutting you off.
Did you say you're cutting me off?
You earn We Match. Unlimited cashback match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
I'm trying to think of what I could put where. What's an evoker? Is the evoker the thing that... The evoker might be a bad thing to spawn in. And we might name them later. I thought about it. Name day will probably be on a completely different day. Also, did I change my fit? I did. Cool. Vindicator. A witch. Vex are those little things, right? All right. Which... Let me get a thing to deal with this thing. Thought so. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Damn it. Alright, so we got our prisoners sorted. We got our prisoners sorted. Oh, they're not in the nether, so they turn into pig zombies. Or zombie pigmen or whatever. Interesting. Okay, also. Shut that and shut that. So that's the prison done. Finally. The dungeon. Right? We're almost done. We're almost done showing off everything there is to show off. Next off to show is the upper area over here, which we could have gone here earlier. When we got to this point, we could have went up, but that leads into the castle, and I didn't want to lead into the castle. Actually, I didn't want to show off the dungeon and this next area until later. So this next area, it said it was going to be one thing, ended up turning into another. Also, we've got an area over here that leads to the castle, right? That's the area that leads to the castle, that leads to the dungeon. This leads to the further area down, which routes into a long-ass hallway that I'll get to later. I've talked about that hallway a couple times now. But we've got the portal to the nether, as well as a route through to a little guard shack, basically. If I'm being honest, it should be like this. It should be like that. Whoops. All right. Oh, Axiotals. I don't think there are any Axiotals down in the aquarium. Anyways, I do believe that everything I've showed off so far is all the things that I've worked on the Kingdom proper build, right? Again, this is technically pretty dangerous. Whoops. This area is technically pretty... What happened? Why are there so many zombies here? They have to be, but they would be zombie villagers, wouldn't they? Alright, I have no idea. I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea. Also, I just realized something. I don't have the portal mark here. It should be like right nearby. There it is. Alright. Anyways. I like that. So much better now. Love that. So the long-ass tunnel I think I've talked about before. Actually, I might have showed off where I would have it go. I don't know, but this is the tunnel that leads to an area underground, right? That area, that underground location, is going to be a trophy room.
You know what's smart? Eating a well-balanced meal without all
And what better trophies?
factor. Chef-prepared meals delivered.
We did kill the dragon. We did have a dragon egg. Boom.
Now you can have dinner on autopilot.
And we have room for
And since it's dietitian
other
approved,
placements,
you can
as
enjoy
well as a bunch of regular stone. That's why I didn't put other stuff in other chests, because when I was coming here, I was like, alright, let me just
your routine.
get a bunch of stone. And I couldn't think of a better way to do it. Like, I can't,
Factormeals.com.
like, there's no area to just bring stone over or fill my inventory.
And we
Like, the best way, let's see.
So let's talk. Click
So
on and
shift
take
click
part in our
destroys your
food survey.
entire
If
inventory.
you could win a month of
That's
beer
kind of
instead
annoying to find that out right here, right now, like that.
Spotify Premium.
Smile.
That means you can
So,
enjoy
if I do that,
favorite artists
and then I go over here,
free.
or if I do this and go here, and then, like,
Then all you need to do is hit the banner now for your chance to win.
nope. Rapid clicks don't matter. Rapid control clicks don't matter. Basically, this is what I was doing to do that. If I go here and I go here, can I do it that way without the search function? $15. $16. So there's a wait, hold on. I can just hold Q. So it looks like if I hover over something and then just press Q. Ah, okay, so you hold Shift Q and it will start dropping stacks. Got it. Okay, so that's how I would fill up my inventory. Anyways, that is the entirety of the underground show off, right? With that, I think we're done with the build, right? I am probably still going to play this game on and off from time to time if I ever feel like playing Minecraft in the future. We're going to continue to play this so I can finish up the outdated YouTube blog thing for YouTube. There's not a lot of routes we can do to get out. Like, there's only a handful of ways, but they primarily lead up to the castle. Regardless, I'm gonna step away for a few minutes, play some ads while I do, and when I come back, we'll do our little touch-up stuff that we have to do, and I will start going through my list of things to talk about. And when we're done there, we'll possibly wrap up for the evening. Depends. It's gonna take a minute. Anyways. I'll be back momentarily.
When a vehicle is certified by Volvo, it's much more than a certified pre-owned. It's certified for that road trip you've been meaning to take. Certified for your growing family. Certified for small steps and big leaps. No matter where the road ahead may take you this season, Volvo hopes you enjoy every moment and are confident in the certified by Volvo vehicle you've trusted to take you there. Contact your Volvo retailer today. You know what's smart? Eating a well-balanced meal without all the prep. Meet Factor. Chef-prepared meals delivered with a tap. Ready in just 2 minutes. Now you can have dinner on autopilot. Or lunch without lifting a finger. And since it's dietitian approved, you can enjoy all of the flavor with none of the guilt. Isn't it about time mealtime got smarter? Upgrade your plate. Refresh your routine. Eat smart with Factor. Learn more at factormeals.com.
I'm fine. Nope. I just stumbled. Fucking stupid stairs, man. So if you heard me a few minutes ago, I was just talking, yelling back to my mother because I stumbled and she's like, "You good? You dropped the plate or anything?" All that, hilariously enough. No, my stairs fucking suck. They go like the way they angle. There's like a couple stairs. Like if you try and walk up to the left side of it, you're more than likely gonna stumble because there's like this much fucking step to the left. The way that it angles, it's so dumb. Anyways, I'm gonna shut my face cam off while I consume food. And I will be going over a couple of things that I normally go over earlier, but I wanted to go through and make sure this was pretty much almost done. And it is almost done. The last thing we really need to do is just light up this area, quote unquote, properly, right? So we'll do that over time. Also, what in the goddamn happened over here? Are we missing people? Hold up. Well, that's annoying. When did that happen? Well, luckily they're happy where they're at, because I don't know how long that's been the way that it just was. And there's a little bit of touch-up work we have to do. Anyways, been playing Fallout New Vegas still. And gonna keep playing it. We're getting close to getting wrapped up with that though, because we have one more DLC to do. And after we're done with that DLC in Fallout New Vegas, we're going to move on to like finish up the main game. There might be a couple quests that I'm missing, but I don't really care. Right? The main thing is like, it's not that I don't care. It's that I don't mind if I miss out on some of the side content, right? Some of the side quests. Basically, whatever path our character takes will be the path that leads us to it. If we miss a couple of quests, whatever. It's just... How do I word it? Tiring, I suppose. Well, at least it's tiring for me because I don't know if I'm talking about the same stuff. I might be on a different subject right now. My whole train of thought just shifted over. I was talking about something else. What was I talking about? Whatever. It doesn't really matter now that I'm thinking about it out loud. Let me put down some random ass lamps over here to light this area up at least, I guess. Make that to where there'll be no spawns at the very least, and that should do where that's at. Alright. The best part is once we get this down, we can like make a grid, right? And then I could like focus a little bit more on positioning of where certain things go. I'm a little bit quiet to focus up. I'm gonna do one away from that. and then we'll make that look thematic so that it goes there. But yeah, that's pretty much what I have to do for the rest of this area, and that requires me to focus a little bit, so I might be sporadic with the subject of conversation. Let me pull those up really quickly so I actually have something to read off of. Because of me playing Fallout New Vegas, this actually is a nice little segue, and the sequence where they're like, the beginning sequence, I've heard the saying, like, the game was rigged from the start. I heard that because of it's a meme, basically, at this point, right? But I never really used it ever, right? Like, I knew it existed, but after playing the game, I now will see something or someone will say something in such a way that makes me go, the game was rigged from the start, and I think of the man in the checkered suit immediately. I think we might have heard his name before, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't remember it. Maybe not, though.
Start your electric journey right here, right now.
And while it's not like,
Our plug-in hybrid SUV with extended range. Contact your
it doesn't really matter the fact that I noticed that I now use that, like, game was rigged as a start. I just thought it was something fun.
An understanding of the local market can make all the difference. As entrepreneurs and small
I talked about this already a little bit, the tournament,
dedicated to the community.
the Fortnite Festival tournament, Relatize was in that I missed live, but I did go back and watch the VOD of it. That was awesome.
Find your local realtor at ohiorealtors.com.
Really does make me hope that they get the ball rolling on like more official tournaments that aren't just slapped together but have more of a budget and shit like that. Ironically enough, that should be 8 right there. And it is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I miscounted a little bit. Nope. Seven, which is a little unfortunate. But it all is in line with each other. So as unfortunate as it seems, it's what works. And that right there is exactly what I was wanting to be able to do. Just go back and forth and hit it. Anyways. Oh yeah, that's... I have that written down twice, the tournament thing. Right? But yeah, that's how much I enjoyed it, I suppose. It does suck that, like, 4 of the songs, I think, were muted. Or partially muted. But at the same time, I'm glad that it was only 4, because there's a lot of songs that they played. What? Like 20 songs? Wait. $18 songs, I think. I'm not 100% sure. Regardless of any of that, though, yeah, pretty much on-stream Fallout New Vegas. I think I played... Oh, I played a little bit of Armored Core yesterday. The game crashed, and I was like, it took all my motivation to continue, so I was like, you know what, screw it. When it crashed, I basically let the stream stay ended. I was just so pissed off. And I was like, screw it. I can't be asked right now to continue. I was just so pissed off. Because that's an issue that Armored Core has had for a while now. Since it came out last year and they still haven't fixed it? Like, what the fuck are you guys doing? So it kind of took that playthrough, and I think I might not upload it, actually. Because it wasn't even really that much of a playthrough. It was me screwing around, doing some online stuff, getting my ass handed to me. I think I got one win, and after that one win, the game crashed. Ironically enough. I'll do something like that, I guess. All right. No, like I don't really have too much. Oh, that was what it was. I want to talk about. I was watching. I was letting YouTube play automatically like I do, and a thing from the Clone Wars started to show, right? Like a compilation of all the 2D animated Clone Wars show. And I was kind of just watching it, getting into it. Like there was, it's amazing how that show didn't have a lot of talking, but I realized what I had done. Because I had watched both animated series, I didn't realize I watched both animated series, but I did. I mistakenly imposed what a character did in the 2D animated series over top of what some of the clones did. Because I remember talking about, like, one of the sequences of events that occurred in the animated series, the 3D animated series, was, like, I was excited for a certain character showing up, and I realized that character wasn't as prevalent as I thought they were, and the reason was because I think two reasons. One, the episode was out of order. So I was watching an episode that takes place a bit earlier. And two, I put that character, because they look similar, like the character looks very similar, I put that character over top of another character in the 2D animated, which is not how that works, because the 2D animated makes some, like, enemy characters fucking scary, dude. And then the 3D animated thing, it takes those characters and how scary they are and makes them more bland, for lack of better words. Anyways, that inspired me to want to get back into my weekly analysis. So I'm going to try to start watching the Clone Wars. And I'm probably going to have a couple of episodes here and there to go off of. Is that everything? I don't think so. I think we need to do... Oh, yeah. Of course it's not everything, dumbass. I need to put 2 bars on everything. Hello? Every time I pause for a moment, I'm taking a bite to eat. Anyways. What else do we got? Off-stream games, I've played a little bit of War Thunder. Played more, like I've been doing the dailies in Storm Shot still. I accidentally left a game from Steam on, so it's going to be like, oh, you have this many hours in the game, and it's like, no, knock about 10 hours off that, because I stepped away for a moment, then went to bed, and after that I woke up, got to my PC, and the game was still on, and I was like, oh shit. It is kind of funny how these work so perfectly.
The Volvo XC60 plug-in hybrid is about performance, not just on the road, but in life.
For
The only
lampposts.
speed that matters is how fast you can slow down. Performance where it matters the most. Visit volvocars.com/US.
Hey, Spotify.
I don't classify what they just said as performance. I classify that as safety. I guess you could also classify it as performance considering what you got going on. Also, this is not marked off how it needs to be. But yeah, at this point in time, after we get done with what we're doing here, the kingdom will be done. But I will have one last official stream of the game. I do believe for New Year's Eve. We'll have a little bit of drinking going on, as well as just chilling and like looking at the the aquarium a little bit. Maybe test some of the things more in detail and see if they actually work or if they're more of a detriment than they are a additive. It is kind of funny how I put down certain lamps on the exact location or close to it. Also, it is wild to see, like, how some of the characters interacted with each other and shit like that in the 2D versus the 3D. There was a lot more chaos and destruction and shit like that. But they really got to show off, like, the 2D series, which was much shorter, I believe. That got to show off a lot more individual characters and like just show how badass they were, both villains and heroes. And I'm saying that in quotation marks because to me it's a matter of perspective on who's a villain, who's a hero, right? And the circumstances that you got going on. Because from what I gathered in the partial analysis of part 1 of the 2D animated series of Star Wars, The Clone Wars, not the 3D one that I did, but partial. Ventress, or is it Ventress? Huntress? Whatever the hell her name is. I bitched about the interaction between them and Yoda at one point. Because Yoda, like, had that individual dead to rights and then just let them go, basically. And every single death that character now gets, I was putting on Yoda's shoulders. Which, again, I have to redo my analysis of the Clone Wars, the animated series. And I might next year do, like, on the next, like, the first Monday of the year, be like, alright, analysis of the entirety of the Star Wars saga, starting from the Phantom Menace and going up. Because once we get... Because I haven't watched the 3rd episode yet. And I wanted to, but haven't gotten a chance to yet. Or at least I wanted to get it under my analysis, I should say. But I haven't had an opportunity yet. I don't think I want to light up the Coliseum. I've been debating as I've lit this up, like lit this area up, if I want to have the Coliseum stuff happen. Like if I want that lit up as well. I mean, not happen, but I don't think so. It is daytime, my dude. The fuck? Hello? Um, do this really quickly just to... How much damage did that do? 21.6. Does it really just dodge it that fast? That's kind of dumb. Oh well. Can I destroy these? No. At least not with that. You can shoot through glass, bamboo, and water. How do I know that? Well, I spawned too many things and was shooting them and realized that I flooded my thing. Oh, look at that. You guys are coming down a little bit, aren't you? But yeah, the Coliseum's done. I'm not going to light that up. This area is good. Not going to light that up. Also, we'll be able to see how well lit the area overall will be once it becomes night and I get rid of all the floor lanterns. And we shouldn't get any spawns in after that. Oh, obviously, off-stream I played this. Hell, off-stream I played this up until literally like a couple hours before stream. Because I was doing finishing touches on a few things and whatnot. And I still missed a couple things, as you see. I finished up the big builds, all that. I can just add, like, the last thing I need to do is add some glass and stuff like that to the housing. Because if I'm being honest, there's a part of me that wanted to title this as, like, the final Minecraft stream for a while, or something like that. But at the same time, I'm like, man, I'm gonna play this game again, and I'm gonna play it on stream, so I don't know if I want to say that. It'll be a minute before I do play this on stream, though, at the very least. And it will not be a Monday game. On 2025, we'll be playing something else. Again, I'll worry about it on Monday, but I'm not 100% sure what exactly I'm gonna go for. I do not know. I don't know why my brain said smack it, but it did, and then I proceeded to smack it. Thank you. All right. That should be everything good at this point now. Obviously, I want to get rid of these lanterns that are on the floor.
This holiday season, screw the usual traditions with Screwball, the original peanut butter whiskey. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Peanut butter whiskey, absurd, right?
It's not that it's absurd. It's that just sounds like that's something that sounds like you have to drink it, like a sip, just to see. But I just don't. I do not know if that is something that I would be able to stomach because it's gonna have that alcoholic bite to it. So like. Spicy peanut butter. I just like if it doesn't taste like peanut butter, my brain's not going to be happy, basically, right? Because I trust what my taste buds tell me, and if I take a bite out of something and my taste buds go, I ain't going to be able to eat it no matter what. I would if I were to swallow, it wouldn't stay down for long because my brain would just not be okay with that. Anyway. Windows. I think I like it. It has to be the whole word, or the whole wall, basically, that gets hit. But I like it. A little bit weird that the beds are, like, exposed, but yeah, whatever, it doesn't really matter to me. Don't think it really makes too much sense to do that here, but... Whoops. Whoops. What the fuck are you guys doing with all these birds? Like, seriously. Yeah, go on, guys. Get on out of here. Oh, shit. It would have to be... It would have to be blocks to work like that. Good. Very good. Now that's not what I want it to do. Well, that sucks. In that case, I guess we'll just do this then. Yeah, I'll take that instead. I like it. All right. But yeah, stuff like that, that's all I'm doing right now. And then New Year's Day, or not New Year's Day, New Year's Eve. I keep saying New Year's, whatever. Anyways, at that point, that is when we'll, like, have the last official build stream of, or last, this is the last official build stream of the Kingdom. And then tomorrow will be the last stream of Minecraft for a while. And that's what the title will be. Last stream of Minecraft for a while. Happy New Year's Day. Or Eve, or whatever the fuck. Anyway. Ooh. We'll do 2. And then 1 hair. Because that will help make it look like it actually goes down a little bit. That sounds weird, but it'll work. Optical illusion type shit. Right? I like that. Need to light up the farm. Everywhere else does look good. Lit up there. Missing some areas up there, but I can deal with it. Lit up there, lit up there. Everywhere looks lit. The farms, I think, got the only issues. Now that we're done with that, what else? What else? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, this coming, I plan to play more Fallout New Vegas. We're in the middle of a DLC, or we're gonna be starting a DLC, I should say.
Yeah. Can you handle that much caffeine?
Did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Well, I do now.
Seriously, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, you just said that.
Did you say I just said that?
Yeah, I'm cutting you off.
Did you say you're cutting me off?
This commercial's so annoying to me.
Unlimited cashback match.
Really is.
See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Nope. Yep. Did I count right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is it 4 or 3? 3 over there. Eight there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Something like that, I suppose. Alright. And then I'll just go down the line, I guess. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, no, that's actually not right. That's not right. There we go. This is better. It's not 8, it's 4. It does suck whenever you have to do something like this. 3, 4. No, not right, not right, not right. Don't do that. Almost instinctively done that. Anyways. It does suck to do multiple rows of chain or whatever. Also, what's really funny is I saw a thing about a study that they did where it was like, hey, take this newspaper go through it and count how many images you see in the newspaper. And the study was based off of luck. So right off the rip, I was like, all right, what are you talking about? Apparently, what they had done is in the newspaper, after like the first or second page, there would be a big ass bold text in the center of the newspaper that would say, there are 42 images in this newspaper. You can stop counting now. But here's what, are you ready for the luck part? Here's where this comes in. Before all that, though, the people were basically split into two different groups. A group for the people who viewed themselves as being lucky, and the people that viewed themselves as being unlucky. Right? The people who viewed themselves as lucky saw that big bold text, read 42, stopped counting, and they weren't lied to. But what I had thought when I first heard that is I was like, man, that just sounds like a trick. To me, it sounds like a trick. So I view myself as being lucky, but I also ain't gonna trust what I'm told to an extent like that, right? Because if I'm told to count the pictures, I'm gonna count the pictures, no matter what. But they found that the people who view themselves as unlucky not only continued to count, but they didn't even see the big bold text that said there's 42 pictures in this newspaper. You can stop counting. And I was like, what? So are you trying to tell me that luck is a mental thing? Yeah, I believe that, but it's also not. Like, it is, like, there's a lot of things you can classify as being a mental thing. To me, luck is not. Because that's, okay, so you perceive yourself as lucky. Well, what I'm referring to when I think of luck is I'm referring to, like, in video games, something happens where, like, it's a random chance for something to happen. Or you're playing Dark Souls and you have a certain % chance to get loot. And this has happened to me before. I got, like, first kill on an enemy, I got an item that has like a 0.0 whatever % drop rate. That's luck. What they're talking about isn't luck. It's based off of the perception of luck, not luck itself. To me, if you wanted to do a proper test on how lucky people are after you ask them if they think they're lucky or not, is you would, you know, instead of doing something like that with the newspaper, you'd give them some dice to roll. Like a 20-sided dice, and see how many times they get 1 versus 20. And you would have to also ask them questions about what numbers they view as lucky or unlucky, right? And you could do that with a bunch of different chance-type games. But, like...
The Volvo XC60 plug-in hybrid is about performance.
Basically, they say it's a study. They do that a lot, though, with studies. They'll say it's for one thing, and it's not. And the reason that is it's a psychological thing. They want to make sure that the people that they're studying are not going to change what they would do based off of what they're told. The problem with that, though, is you don't have a control. In the case you have people that are going to do something a specific way because they think the study's supposed to be about this. So you've already fucked up your results, right? You've already fucked up the results, even if you don't realize it. This is way overly lit, but I just don't care. I like that. I kind of like that, being that way. And that is basically the same way. Okay, that's fine. So... the farm I'm not gonna... do I want to put windows on the damn farm? No. No, I do not. I could put some windows in the farm over here. I think I will, actually. That's a wall you're gonna be looking out. But yeah, other than that, I ain't got really much more planned when it comes to games I'm gonna be playing. There's a bunch that like I could go for, but yeah, I don't think it's a good idea to put a window on the fucking towards the wall. Yeah, that's a hell of a view. You're looking at nothing but gray. Could again, I'm not sure if I want to build a wall there, or not a wall, a window. Here we can easily enough. I guess light gray. All right. Hilariously enough, there's still just a wall over here, but at least there's a little bit more to look at than just a gray wall. You know? Yeah, what the hell do you think you're doing, fella? You better get back in there. I don't think these rooms will have a window. Doesn't feel like it makes sense to me. Warehouse we're leaving. And these buildings we're going to leave. I do like the windows that I've added, even though it's only a handful. I did put glass there, right? Yeah, okay, good. Could put some more over here. I think I just like that, having the window like that. God, you know, this feels weird, I'll say. Let me turn my face cam back on because I'm done eating. But, I think we're done. I don't want to have a window up here. I like the castle, I kind of want it to be relatively closed off. You know? I think we're good. I'm gonna check the... Ah, okay. I see some issues right now. Hilariously enough. That is not really what I wanted to do. I wanted to use basic copper. It is what it is, though. Whatever. Not a big deal. Anyway, one of the reasons why I put down the poles like I did the metal fencing or whatever the hell it's called is because of the fact that if you break a block when the lantern is on top of it, the lantern will get destroyed as well. Didn't care for that. That I can actually do this with. Oh, that was me fat fingering. It's placing down, or not, just like I thought it was. I thought for every single click I was doing, for whatever reason, it was doing 2 clicks, but that wasn't the case. What was happening is the grass was getting destroyed. There we go. That feels too thin. I know it's not, but it feels that way. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and just make it seem a little bit thicker. I'll take that. That's better to me. All right. I like that. I like that a lot. There won't be any official pathing for the back area. I'm fine with that as it is. Again, no pathing till we get inside the kingdom proper. Again, no official pathing for that. I think everywhere else that I'm looking at, it's fine for the amount of pathing that we have. We are missing some pathing for, like, the Fletchers and the Cooks, but they have a yard, and they don't have a lot of a yard to work with, so I'm going to leave it as is there. I mean, I think we're done. I really do think we're done.
Starting at $55 a month, there's a lot to love about our best internet.
One thing we love about home internet from T-Mobile is it works from the basement to the attic.
This feels weird.
It works all over and it's
because, like,
And it's reliable.
Yes. So 3 things.
And it has streaming perks and advanced cybersecurity.
Get T-Mobile's best
like I said, there's this I can get rid of, which I'm going to.
We won't raise your rate on internet.
Right.
Availability at T-Mobile.com/home internet.
And that will lead to this going all the way down here. So that's good there. But I might as well get rid of this section that I said I was going to do that, and... Oh, hey. More than I thought. Neat. Awesome. Let's go. It is so much quicker to do this in creative mode. It is insane, honestly. Like I've said, I could have done this for sure, like, in base game, but it would have taken so long to do. And the worst part is, I had an idea. The only reason I'm doing this, real talk, the only reason I was able to finish it this quickly was because of the fact that I went into creative. Otherwise, we would be stuck, basically. Well, not stuck, but we'd be taking a lot longer to build the castle than it actually took us to build the castle with creative mode. We wouldn't be stuck, but there's no way in hell the castle would be like it is. And a lot of the creativeness that has occurred only occurred because of the freedom I have with creative mode, which has definitely, like, made me think that any game that has a creative mode I will be in the very beginning, at least, to go from there. So, like, I thought about it, and I when I play 7 Days to Die, like, on stream, the first times that I play it will probably be on Mondays as an outdated YouTube vlog thing game. and it will be in creative mode while I'll be like building a main base, a bunker, and maybe a couple of other things. Maybe I'll decide to build a city. I don't know. I doubt it. But it'll be like, the Mondays will be the same, but they'll start to transform and change a little bit here and there, just to see how they work, or they're viable, or whatever. But yeah, this is basically what I was doing for that area down where the aquarium's at. Hours. It took so long. And what's funny is the aquarium wasn't something like... In my head, I kept going, man, I think I'm just going to say screw it and get rid of the damn stairs leading to the mine quarry thing, because in all honesty, it ain't gonna work. All right, like I'm not gonna be able to do what I want to do there. And what is it I want to do there? Even make another mine that leads to the quarry? Well, why? There's no purpose for that. And I was sat here thinking about it, and I went fishing in the game. And was like, man, it'd be cool if we had an aquarium. And then I thought, oh shit, that's what I'll turn the mine into, or what's going to be the mine. Because in all honesty, it only went up a little bit before I started doing that. And then, like I said, I pretty much had to do this for the entirety of that area. I'll go and show that off again once we get rid of these last couple of blocks here. Watch will be some crazy thing like, oh, it turns out that this is the reason that happened, or whatever bullshit they decide to throw out there, whatever. Anyways, let's put down some more lighting, I think. Yeah, that'll work. Nope, do all three. Oh, wow, okay, that's a good sign. I'm like, how long have I been streaming for? I'm starting to get a little tired. And I look over and we've been going for 2.5 hours. So hell yeah, that's good. Because the other day it was like I looked over and only an hour had passed. I was like, oh no. Oh no. We're sectioning right now is the lighting underneath here, and I think I'm going to do that just because it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. At the very least, I'm going to do this. Alright. Fun fact. There we go. A little bit off, but I just I cannot bring myself to care. Honestly, there's a part of me that's almost like saying, screw it, just place them down where you need to, and you can tell easily where you need to based off of the shading of some of this. Like we'll need one over here. Not really, but yes. All right. Oh, yeah, I'll take it. Is there anything else obvious, like screaming, "Hey, I'm not done yet"? I don't think so. We have what jobs are we? Let me look at my phone and see if we're missing any jobs. First of all, that's the biggest thing. If we're missing any workers, so Minecraft.
Certified for your growing family. Certified for small steps and big leaps. No matter where the road ahead may take you this season, Volvo hopes you enjoy every moment. And
So what do we have for the villager for jobs? Professions. We have
today.
13. We have 13. Do we have armorers? Yes. Do we have butchers? Yes. Do we have cartographers? Yes. Clerics, farmers, and fishermen? Yes, yes, yes. Fletchers, leather librarians? Yes, yes, yes. Mason, shepherd, toothsmith, and weaponsmith? Yes, 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 and yes. Nitwits. Nitwits started because players could summon villagers without a career by using commands. It was the only way to get villagers with green robes. Whenever we discovered we have a bug, which is used by the community, we just see it as an undefined behavior and fix it by making it a feature. In this case, just need a profession for the green robed villager. That's funny. That is actually funny. That's how they do that shit. Wow, okay. So is that why Redstone is the way that it is now and is only going to get crazier because of what people do with it, with glitches and bugs? What the fuck? Also, this does not need to go out as far as it does. The reason it does is because I thought it was going to be that large, but then I was like, no, that's a little ridiculous. So we're just going to get rid of that. Make that look a little bit better. Yeah, okay. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I absolutely love how it is oxidizing. I'm glad I used copper because I can actually see how the oxidization process works. It basically will oxidize at a specific point and then continue to oxidize even more so after that point, but only around that stage until it oxidizes everything, then it keeps spreading out slowly over time. I love that this is getting blocked off the way that it is. I absolutely love that. That was not intentional, by the way. But yeah, we'll press F1 and just stare at the aquarium for a little bit. Just press F1 and stare at the aquarium a bit. Yeah. Now what's really cool, I'm going to do this again. I'm going to make an aquarium style thing. Except, when I do it again, I'm probably going to make it a lot bigger underwater, and I'm going to use mods that make the glass completely transparent. Like, maybe you'll be able to see a shine here and there or whatever, and it'll be rough to build with. But I would only add that after building with it, so it would look completely see-through. Right? Hilarious enough, I could just drop down. Did I fix that when I destroyed it? No, I didn't destroy it over here. I destroyed it up here, and I know I fixed it. Ah, we've just lost. Yeah, okay, so see, that's what the problem is right there. Also, we're missing all the turtles. Motherfucker. The pufferfish, I think, have been killing a lot of shit. And every time I see one, I gotta kill it. Okay, be careful. There's one. You know, it's bad when I have the HUD turned off and I could, like, just boom, center screen every time. I'm going to blame Enlisted for that, by the way. Nope. I think that's all the pufferfish now. Mind you, I've noticed something. The pufferfish seem to die after they poison something, similar to how a bee does. Or at least it seems that way, because I know I had more pufferfish than I ended up killing. I love it. This is something that this was like a proof of concept for me, basically, to see what I would, like, how I would make an aquarium. And in all honesty, a deep-ass ocean is the next place that I'm going to build, like an underwater ocean base or whatever. But I left some areas blanketed off. I left some areas have, like, extra grass around the plankton area over here. Or not plankton, kelp. My bad, kelp. Yeah, so the pufferfish, I think, has been killing the
Volvo XC60
the DLC fish. Not the DLC fish, you idiot. The mod fish. From Aquacraft. Anyway, I placed all, like, after I dug this area out, because where the glass is at and where that is at is what I just, like, destroyed. This I built out just to make, like, a platform for the turtles and stuff like that. What the fuck happened to all my turtles, by the way? Oh, excuse me, I got a case of the hiccups. Anyway. Let me think if there's anything else I want to talk about really quickly before we end up wrapping up with Minecraft. Because when we are done with Minecraft, we're probably going to switch over to a little bit of React Ending, just for a minute or two, maybe. Not 100% sure yet. Let me do one last wave, like one last round, and then I'll decide whether or not I'm going to wrap up when we're done or go a little bit longer here and just bullshit a few minutes. Now that I'm in creative mode, I could make water routes. Wait, I rebuilt this, so does that mean... I also totally forgot to put the window up here, and I'm so glad I remembered when I came back through. Hilarious. I knew something was up. I was like, I did something recently, or... Alright. Anything else? No, but I've learned a couple things about design. Like, that house really helped me figure out how to make a roof that looks like that. I think this looks cool. This is one of the coolest. To me, this roof is one of the coolest. It doesn't make that the coolest building I built. I think that honor goes to this location right here. The castle's awesome. It's a little bit empty, but it kind of makes sense because there's nothing there's no furniture in this game. There's like no chairs, no tables. There's armor racks and stuff like that, but I don't really feel like putting those down. Alright, so really quickly rundown. Played Fallout. A little bit of Armored Core 6. I'm not going to continue playing Armored Core 6 because it crashes, and then when it crashes it shuts off my stream, and I don't want to deal with that. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, more Fallout, and that will probably lead into a secondary game. Not sure what that secondary is going to be yet. We'll probably end up finishing Fallout not this coming stream week, but next stream week. After we finish with Fallout New Vegas, we're going to move on to Metal Gear Solid 4 and wrap up with that finally. Monday, I'm still not 100% sure what exactly the Monday game is going to be. Because, well, I did say I want it to be XCOM 2 for modding. I want it to be, I want it to be better than just that. I want it to have, the SSD install, and I'm when I get paid from the sponsorship stream that we did, which next Monday we will be doing another one of those, so maybe that's how we'll start the stream. We'll start the stream off the first Monday of the month with the sponsorship, or the very first Monday after a week, we'll do that, or something like that. Now, mind you, I know I don't have to keep certain things on for certain games that I play, which I'm not going to, now that I think about it when it comes to doing the sponsorship streams. Again, I still am treating this like a learning experience, right? Because this is still a hobby for me, right? I'm not going to classify this as being a career/job type thing, because that's not what this is at all yet. And because of that, I can get away with a little bit more when it comes to the way that I'm doing studying and testing. Because once I find something that works, I'm going to stick to it. Like this 5:30 p.m. upload thing for my videos on YouTube. That seems to be what is working, what's getting people to notice the video more often. Whether or not it's because it's the title or because it's just the upload time, I don't know. But I'm going to keep doing uploads at 5:30 and see 5:30 p.m. and see what we get. Kind of funny that the alleyways seem to have no lighting, so I'll just do something like this. Alright, so the little alleyways were just dangerous to keep around, I think, because of the spawns. It could have been fine, but there's a larger than an 8 gap before there's any other lighting placed down. I have this area lit up because we don't want anything to spawn in on the sheep. Everywhere should be lit up properly. No enemy spawns, I'm noticing. Nothing can spawn on stairs or half blocks. Oh, hey, my orange. What the hell is the jackass doing?
When a vehicle is certified by Volvo, it's much more than a certified pre-owned.
All right.
It's certified for that road trip you've been meaning to take. Certified for your growing family. Certified for small steps.
Is that other frog still up there with the chickens?
No matter where
It is. I love how we just have observational frogs. Just now that is funny to me because I spawned in a bunch of frogs, and for some reason frogs do not like to despawn. No idea. You know what is funny? I really fucking like the pillars. Like, I really like how the pillars are set up and how they look. They do kind of make it feel like it's a bit more... There's more weight to the castle. The Christmas tree... I think we're going to just do this with it instead of leave it like that, because it just doesn't look right when looking at it. It is weird, like, I don't know what it is about this area that I'm at right now. Maybe it's because the game is running a bit slower right now. This area just feels weird. Like, it almost feels like motion blur looking at the leaves like I am. I might have to make some slight adjustments because I don't know if this is exactly the right way. Like, I don't know if this is what I want. I'm thinking about it, and I think maybe 2 would be better. Yeah, like it does this weird... I like this part. As long as it all lines up on the corners, I'm fine with it. And it does. For the most part. Here's where we go. We go up here. Ah, right here. Yeah, okay. It looks a little bit weird, but better. I like that better is what I'm trying to say. Alright, so now that there's little touch-up detail shit that's done, I won't touch that ever again, pretty much. I'm not going to light up anything at the Coliseum area. I think that at that point, that's us. I do believe we're done with the kingdom. That feels weird to say. It really does. Sometime this week I'll set it up and I'll get this world out for download. And I'll mention in the Discord when I do have it down for download what's up. Things that this build has taught me. Don't hesitate to utilize creative mode for builds. For one. For another, redstone and stuff like that is so pertinent to builds and stuff like that. You really ought to have that right off the rip, right? Actually, I'm thinking about something. I wonder if I could make a... I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'm thinking about the prison. And how that'll work for me. Shit. Well, I call it the prison, but it's the dungeon. Which, again... Oh, no. See, one of the things I wanted to build was over here, and it was like a little bit of a watch area, but I thought about it, I was like, you know what? Nah, we won't do that for the combatants in the Coliseum. We'll just have them fight, and people want to watch, they can sit on the stairs.
And your role as a parent, taking an aggressive approach in court while leveling the legal playing field in domestic matters. That's what a champion does. That's what Cordell and Cordell can do for you. Visit us at CordellCordell.com. Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell and Cordell's Cleveland.
No, I think that's okay. I want to go to the... Oh, no, that's the wrong way. I want to go to the jail, damn it. The dungeon. It's kind of funny when that stuff happens and it's like, what? That was a small little tiny thing. I love how easy it is for me to walk right past this. Now, my thing is, if I were to put a button here and press it, I think it has to be, it would have to technically be down, like off. It would have to be off first. So apparently the snow golem, our prisoner snow golem, has the top bunk. The witches. These are the only ones I'm worried about right here, because they might see us in regular mode and spawn shit in. But I like having the dungeon filled up with different individuals. Oh no, don't do that. I don't know why I was trying to do that. That's, yeah, okay, let's leave it to where they get control of the door. The prisoners, if they ever get out. Not a good idea. But yeah, that's the dungeon. There's pretty much everything done, I think. I keep saying that, but it's weird. I've been doing this for over a year. Easy. How much range does this have, I wonder? A lot of range. And it's one-shotting him when it hits. Headshot, there we go. I was trying to get a headshot that entire time. So basically, if you can see it, you can hit it with this one. Damn, the iron golems have a lot of health. What was that, 4 or 5 shots with 21 damage every shot? Is that 100 health that thing has? Shaking your head no at me. Makes sense. Anyway. I gotta get rid of these pandas over here. Nah, they just stay over there. Fuck it. If I ever see them out of that spot, they're gone. Those are cows. I'm like, how the fuck did the pandas get out there? I gotta see something really fast, because I thought about it earlier, but I didn't check it out, because I was like, no, that doesn't make any sense. The village should still be wiped out over here, right? Because we just recreated the world exactly as was, as is type of a situation. So, the village that was directly south of mine, I gotta check on really fast, and then we'll end up wrapping up. Oh, I just ripped out everything that wasn't useful to the villagers anymore. You want to know how I would have done it? Now that I'm realizing it? I would have flattened an entire area, made a giant flat bridge all the way to the same level as the kingdom was. Go through the tunnel and get them that way, because at first, that's where I was going to get all my, like, I didn't realize this place existed. And by the time I did, I didn't have the infrastructure set up in order to get any villagers. So I ended up having to get zombie villagers at first. Well, really fast, you saw everything that there was. Let's do a final at the end of the kingdom. Like, this is the build. We're no more needed. We're done. I'm telling myself that more than anything else, I think, because it just feels weird right now. So this is after everything's done, what it looks like. options, video settings. I want that. I want something like this. Because I want it to look, I want the whole kingdom in my view.
Sweeter, like when your mom overcooks the turkey.
So, what do you think, honey? Well, I thought I'd try something different.
It tastes great, Mom. What's for dessert?
Candy canes.
Only if they're Brock's.
Great taste and refreshing mint flavor. Brock's, make moments sweeter. Click or tap the banner to
Remove the clouds in order to make this work.
The ultimate Christmas playlist. Make this the soundtrack to your Christmas. 100 greatest Christmas songs ever. Listen now on Spotify.
Imagine a future where plastic is not wasted.
Perfect. Because I don't want any entities to show really quickly.
Keep our food fresher, our families safer, and our planet.
At least I hope that's what just happened. I didn't just erase everything. How do you screenshot?
Create innovative products and new recycling technologies for sustainable change. Because when you push for smarter solutions, big things can happen. Learn more at plasticmakers.org.
I keep doing this. I think, is it F11? Hold on. F2. You gotta go to different spots and take screenshots, and the best screenshots are gonna end up on my rotation of whatchamacallit. The screensaver rotation. Oh shit, come on. I'll have to make some adjustments, I think. Come on. It sucks that it's like not showing over here. Come on. I'm gonna load in this shit and make it easier on us. What if I also max that out? What happens? Ah, okay, yeah, that's better. It gives us a little bit more to work with. And it looks a bit better in the distance. Just gonna sit on this screen for a few moments. Get our screenshots. Go to a different angle. It has to also have the Dock City involved as well. Like, that's got to be a part of the picture. If I do it right, I can actually... something like that. And that is the build. All right. Oh, also, yeah, just entity distance that you could, like, see the entities from. I thought so. I'm pleased with this build. I'm very pleased with this build. It took quite a while to get done. We've got screenshots so we could add it to our little list of things. I love that. I'm so happy. Like, I'm also like, what? We're done? What? Because it feels weird. It's gonna feel weird not to play Minecraft on Monday. Like, real weird. Let me open the gate and show what it looks like when you actually go through and open the gate. But yeah, I made like a tunnel system for with the door. The only reason that this is not covered is because I can't really cover that and also have an opening for people to see out of. Like, I could just go say screw it and place down whatever for blocks. But I kind of like there being an opening for, like, if people, because the only way you're really gonna have people come to the kingdom to invade, like if you, like, pillagers were to truly come here and try and invade from, you know, this location, is the only way they really could. They could try to dig under and all that bullshit, but without the ability to dig, let's just say they're coming in, they could only come in from those stairs.
Brings so much joy and festivity and hosting.
Hey there.
And that means giving your guests something smooth to sip.
Well,
Jason, with
I'm pleased.
Hey, hey.
Your guest will
After thinking about it, I think I'm just gonna end up wrapping up for the evening.
holiday season, give me a minute. Deliver tasteful spirit every time.
Normally I do just do just chatting and do some React Andy. I almost said just reacting. I do some just chatting and React Andying after Minecraft normally, but end of the year, not the last stream of Minecraft, but the last build we've ever done for Minecraft. Tomorrow will be the last stream of Minecraft for a while. For a long while. And we'll have a little bit of a party to celebrate that and the new year coming. So while normally I wouldn't be streaming tomorrow, I will be, because it's a New Year holiday type thing. Regardless of that, this is going to be it for me for the time being. For you, YouTube, Twitch. I hope you enjoyed your stay here at the Kingdom. If you have, and haven't already, be sure to become a citizen today via subscribing to this channel, as well as my main channel. Let me see something really quickly. Do I have a... I do. Alright. Perfect. Been a while since we've had this one on here, and I'm gonna fucking use it because we're ending the stream, man. Let's go. Anyways. If you're new here and you haven't already, be sure to become a citizen today via subscribing to this channel, as well as my main channel. Links will be down in the description below through all my links. Exclamation point links like so. For Twitch watchers. Oh, if you're watching on YouTube. Be sure to follow me on Twitch. Catch when I go live at 6 p.m. EST EDT Friday through Monday. Invite link to the community Discord, where you can always get the most accurate notifications of whenever I do go live. If I'm going to be a little bit late or early to stream outside of a half hour, or as long as I know I'm going to be late, as well as whatever else catches your fancy through all my links. Do appreciate y'all making it this far if you're watching on YouTube. Where the hell did that cap go? What? I'll have to look for that. Anyways, do appreciate you making it this far if you're watching on YouTube. Appreciate all the chilling, chatting, lurking, all that. The Twitch. And until next time, take care and have yourselves a good one.